Good evening, Texans fans. Somber day. We did lose against the Chiefs. Uh, we cannot completely blame the refs. Although they did have a part in it, the first thing that you got to do is be able to look in the mirror. There was a lot of opportunities that we can work on for next year. Opportunity number one, we need to get a higher seeding. We can't get our goals accomplished, get into the AFC Championship game, and then eventually get into the Super Bowl and winning. We can't get our goals accomplished as a 4 seed. Point blank, period. We got to be aiming for a first seed or a second seed. So we got to win more in the regular season. That's first. Second, we got to give a better effort. We're going to show some plays a little later on in this video. It's just effort plays. And you can't coach effort. You can't coach effort. You can't coach wanting to win. So, we got to take a look in the mirror. We got to ask ourselves, do we really even want to play football, or are we just doing this for the check? Do we love the game, or are we just doing this for the check? And if so, let people know, bro, because there's teams that are paying dues, and you don't got to be concerned about winning. But I'm sure that the Texans fans deserve better. There's certain players on our team that want to win. And I don't mean to call anybody out, but there's just certain things that are just unacceptable, man. And again, I cite the Ravens game earlier on in the season. And the Texans team, the Texans players that I'm talking about here, y'all seem to have a little bit of a rebellious attitude, right? Let's throw a big game in order to show people that everybody can have a bad game. But these games, for example, is when it comes back to bite us in the butt. So you can be good throughout the entirety of the season, but when you're not paying attention to details, when you are not giving the best effort each and every time when you're playing football, on every play, these are the times when it comes back to bite you. So, the very first play of the game, or the very first series of the game, we gave up a big play on special teams. Special teams, it's definitely for the birds today. That's not what was for the birds, but, there's a lot of things that was for the birds. The special teams, effort, protection of C.J. Stroud. But what wasn't was our defense, man. We had a huge stop to start the game. They started off in the red zone, and we found a way to get a stop. Wasn't quite a 3 and out because they ended up with points, but 1, 2, 3 stops, and then they were to get a field goal against Patrick Mahomes. There's no other critique for that. There's no adjustment for that, man. We were just giving up a great defensive effort. What I was saying earlier, next year, a goal of ours should be top 5 in sacks given up. So we should make it a priority to be blocking better for C.J. Stroud. We can't let the franchise quarterback be getting hit. Game in, because those sacks and those hits, they tally up. And then we got C.J. limping off the field. Shout out to him, because he came back and gave an effort, right? But if it was me and, I got a little bit of a lesser character, man. Like, y'all letting me get hit, I'm gonna let y'all hear it on the sidelines. But that guy's a leader. That guy is a phenomenal quarterback, and he ain't letting y'all boys hear it. But in the film sessions today, I'm not sure when y'all gonna. Maybe y'all give it a couple of days. Maybe y'all wait until after y'all get back off of vacation in order to watch film. But in the film room, bro, I'm looking at y'all, man, and I'm like, some of these guys, bro, they days is numbered, man, on this team. Let's jump to the third quarter. It was the best quarter of the game. You know, in order to beat the Chiefs, we got to win in a couple of different aspects, right? We got to win special teams, offense. You gotta beat them thoroughly. Offense, defense, time of possession, and we got to beat them on a turnover battle. Shout out to CJ Stroud again, because he had 0 interceptions this game. That was not easy to do. The Chiefs got a great defense, but we got to win by time of possession by a huge margin. And the third quarter, we showcased that. We marched down the field, got a touchdown, and we didn't give up any points. And by the time the Chiefs were able to get the ball, they had 4 minutes left in the third quarter, weren't able to do much, right? So that's a great job by us. What I will say, missing the extra point off of the score is unacceptable. Maybe you could chop it up to the wind was blowing extra hard, and we couldn't we can't be accountable for the wind and yada yada. The other kicker ain't missing field goals. The other kicker ain't missing extra points. So if he ain't missing them because of the win, you ain't missing them because of the win. We all play with the same football. We all have the same conditions that we battling. And again, missing an extra point in the divisional playoffs. We trying to make history, be the best ever Texans team by going to the AFC Championship. It's unacceptable to be giving points back, missing extra points. Now, the 55-yard field goal, I give you a break on that one, right? It's not easy to make 55-yard field goals. But the extra point, that's unacceptable. We got little room for mistakes in the divisional round of the playoffs. You playing against the 2-time defending champs. These guys got multiple rings over there. They understand the magnitude of this game. And evidently we don't. So again, man, we gotta do some soul searching this summer. We gotta do some soul searching in the off season and make sure that we never put on film some of these plays that we're gonna see today. Super critical. Super critical. In the fourth quarter, I'm not sure how Travis Kelce ends up so wide open on this play. Patrick Mahomes, Michael Jordan moment. Patrick Mahomes, magician moment. The dude pulls rabbits out of his hat. Great player, phenomenal, one of the best to ever do it. Understandable. He's on his way to his 3rd championship. You can't blame the refs on these plays. You can't blame the refs on these plays. Now, maybe it's a snowball effect, right? One play, we hit each other's helmet, and Patrick Mahomes does a little bit of a dance and then drops to the floor at the last second, and we ended up hitting him because we going all out in every play. It's understandable. Did he do some flopping? Yes. But Got to control what you can control. And what we can control here is how are we letting Travis Kelce catch the ball, not through tight windows, not through multiple hands, defenders. The adjustment for that is there should be a linebacker on him on critical downs and a safety over top on critical downs. He got to be catching the ball through traffic, man. He got to be catching the ball. Like, he got to be catching the ball, man, and making miraculous catches in order for him to beat us, man. On this play, this guy is in the NFL wide open, right? And I know that Azeez Al-Shire on this play wish he gave a better effort. We too busy watching Patrick Mahomes be the magician that he is instead of focusing on this man can't be a magician if he ain't got nobody to throw it to. Defensive line, they did their big one this game. Sacking Mahomes, getting to him. We getting some coverage stops. But some of these plays, man, are just on the linebackers. And I know y'all got a big task, right? Y'all got to be looking in the backfield in order to stop him from running. Y'all also got to be able to guard Kelce, and you got to guard some of the tight ends that they play through a lot. But if there's anybody that we don't want to beat us, it's Travis freaking Kelce, bro. The guy that's going to be doing all of the end zone dances. He going to be making the big plays as he did for the past 5, 10, the entirety of his career. There got to be some point where we like, bro, this guy can't beat us. Now, do they got great players over there? Hopkins, Worthy. But those guys, if they did make plays, it was miraculous plays again. And we got to be making sure that Travis Kelce is not the guy that's wide open, that's getting one-on-one looks, that's making not catches through traffic. Yeah. I mean, I know he's a great player. I know he's Hall of Fame material. But gotta make sure that he's not the one to beat us. And that's easier said than done. But I know if we got somebody following this guy on critical downs every single time, and then we got somebody over top, it'll be tough for this guy to beat us. And if we can't do that, let's make sure that we make sure to put forth the effort that he doesn't get yards after the catch. Because then that's the cherry on top where it becomes, I wouldn't say disrespectful, but it becomes like the snowball effect that we were referring to earlier. That's when the magician stuff starts coming up. That's when we start getting the Michael Jordan references. It is what it is. But on a positive note, C.J. Stroud, player of the game. Special shout out to Will Anderson, multiple sacks on the day. These guys, these are winners. These guys know how to play big in big moments. But there's other chances where we have to step up, and it starts by calling it out. It starts by looking at the film. We gave up 3 sacks to George Karlaftis, right? He may be a very good player. I'm not saying that he's not a good player. But 3 sacks in one game, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. We double teaming this guy, and he's still getting this. He's still getting to the quarterback. Got to do some soul searching. It's effort. You got to be able to block better than this. And to Dalton Schultz. This guy is following you around. So he's obviously seen something on the film that you aren't chipping well, right? There's a play here where you gave very little effort to block this guy on the end. On the right side, very little effort to chip him. And then there's another play where on the left side, this guy is just giving you a straight speed rush, no kind of move, no change of direction, let's just say this guy is a fast defensive end and it's hard to get out there. Let's try to, because we know we're blocking. Back up, do your drop as a tight end, because part of being a tight end is blocking. Travis Kelce ain't giving up. He ain't giving up plays like this. He ain't giving up sacks like this. Travis Kelce is going to put forth an effort in order to catch the ball on offense, and he's going to put forward an effort in order to protect his guy and Patrick Mahomes. So if Travis Kelce is the model, if he's the best tight end out there, which he is, we got to make sure that we're trying to mirror that or be better than. And plays like that don't showcase that you want to be great. Simple speed rush to the outside and this guy beating you when you know that your first 3 steps are going backwards. Unacceptable. This dude didn't give you not one move. He just going off of the snap and beating you. Come on. Come on. Come on. On a positive note, Dalton Schultz, you had a great catch. So you did make up for the lack of blocking on the 2 sacks that you did give up with this catch. This is a big down. You did a great job catching the ball. So it's not your route. It's not the offensive side of it. It's the blocking that we got to fix. That's the part that we got to do some soul searching. And it's not pretty, man. It's not the things that's going to get everybody to be oohing and ahhing, right? You got some oohs and ahs when it came to this catch that you made, but the level of effort that you output on the offensive line when you blocking has to change. And finally, Agumbawale, this play is highlighting some of a mistake that you made throughout this game. We got a good blocking effort from Dalton Schultz here. Again, Karlaftis is following Dalton Schultz wherever he goes. If it's on the left side, he going over there to the left side. If it's on the right side, he going over there to the right side, as he should, right? I wouldn't want to go up against some of these left tackles and the right tackles of the world. I want to go up against a tight end if I'm a solid defensive end, right? So now you got Dalton Schultz putting forth an effort. He beats Dalton Schultz. It's not his fault on this play, but Agumbawale, you let this guy give you a little bit of contact, beat you. The double team now. This is a double team, and now he's able to get to C.J. Stroud again in the 4th quarter. We down there on the we down there in the red zone, and we are playing like it's spring training, just giving a little bit of effort, a little bit pop on the pad so people can hear it and the coaches can be okay turning their head. But now it's time to lock in, bro. Now it's time to lock in, man. And we got to block better. We got to block better. This is not how we win, man. This is not how we win. To the Texans, let's get some good linemen in the draft. Next year, let's make a goal in order to get a higher seed in the playoffs next time. The 4th seed is unacceptable at this point. And so we need blocking linemen. We need a higher seed, and we need I want to say we need some tight ends or another good running back that's able to block. See y'all next year. See y'all next season. All is forgiven from the last game, but now the sophomore slump that C.J. Stroud was going through, it's over now. No more excuses. Let's be all we can be, man, and start fulfilling some of this potential that we know we got inside of us, man. Peace, y'all.
I'm trying to famous, ooh, I'm trying to famous.